Good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Obozeghie. Welcome to a new week. Hope you had a great weekend. Now, as we deal with rumor of the looming impeachment of the governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, the State House of Assembly complex suffered fire late Sunday. It was gathered that some suspected arsonists threw an explosive into the complex around 9:25 p.m., causing a fire in the building. That's the visual right there, if we could just roll it. Now, the complex has been taken over by security agents from the nearby command of the Rivers Police, while a fire truck was also seen on the grounds of the facility. Now, while we cannot exactly link this fire to any political action, there have been claims that Wike and his successor, Fubara, are already at loggerheads. And now our correspondent, Gbajabiamila, just sent in that the House is accusing the state government of being responsible for this development. Let's see how it met netizens yesterday or early this morning on the space of social media. For Stanley, it says, the impeachment rumors, they make sense small now. Another user, he says, he's laughing and he says, Fubara wants to show Wike that as a sitting governor, he also has his own little power of madness. Why would Wike want to impeach him like a kindergarten governor with Wike had handpicked rubber-stamped House of Assembly? That won't be so easy, man. Also in reaction, Godson says, congratulations to them. Tomorrow's impeachment, now today, will not happen again. Maybe more time for the governor and the House leader to settle with their master. And final reaction to this is by Michael, who says, if they want to impeach him, they will do it anywhere, anytime, and it will stand. They don't have any issues. It's a deliberate distraction. And then people are also thinking of what godfatherism would do in politics, starting from Odili to Amaechi down to Wike, and then now Sim Fubara, but then let's move on from this story. A former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi, over the weekend in Lagos, blamed Nigerians for the substandard leadership Nigeria experiences. His argument is that many Nigerians know that most politicians are insincere, yet they vote them into offices every election year because for them, 4 years or at most 8 years is not too much to tolerate leaders' half-heartedness.
Second reason, what is new to say? Nigerians don't react to anything. Has any politician told you that he's not a thief? Tell me one politician that has told you that he's not a thief. Tell me one. I don't know why you're guarding forgery, no forgery. What politician told you that he didn't forge? Which politician told you he went to university? Which politician told you he served in NYSC? Which politician told you he has a certificate? Nigerians know and still vote for them. So what's your problem? Instead of Nigerians finding solutions to their problem, they are committing suicide. I'm praying for you every day that you should continue to commit suicide so that by the time I wake up one day, all of you have died. I can now reap the benefit of your death by taking doses. What other people resist, like in Ghana, as it's going on now, like in Kenya, is what Nigeria, no worry, not be 4 years. After 4 years, he will go. The man wins the second time, whether by magic or by crook or by reason. It's not only 8 years. No be good luck, no be good luck don't go so, no be worry don't go so. He go soon go. Another person will come and repeat the same thing. You'll be saying that until the day God will come.
All right, Amaechi right there in Lagos. For Daniel, he says that Rotimi Amaechi was part of Buhari's government, the same APC that is making life difficult for Nigerians. But all of a sudden, he's talking about bad leaders. Where was this truth or criticism when he was in power? He's no different from the leaders he criticizes, birds of a feather. For Akinwale, he says, typical of Nigerian politicians, once they lose their seats at the dining table, they suddenly align with the common people. He was a very prominent member of the Buhari administration and never saw the need to resign until his presidential ambition failed. Ada Felix says, why do we always attack the messenger and forget the message? If your enemy is warning you about armed robbers shooting ahead, won't you turn back and save your life, or you will refuse the advice because he is a bad guy? And finally, for this user, he says some people are like that. They are bad when they have power, but very kind and empathetic when they are stripped of it. Now, it was a political weekend, if I have to put it that way. Lamidi Apapa of the Labour Party, he has congratulated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory at the Supreme Court, and he's mocking Peter Obi for having his appeal trashed in about 2 minutes for being bland. Now, congratulating Tinubu, the Labour Party. No, is there a faction in Labour Party? Not exactly. Now, Lamidi Apapa said that the victory was well-deserved, having proven his case beyond reasonable doubt. The group is hoping that the president will invite the Labour Party to the room as a partner in his government. So let's see how this met netizens yesterday. For Emma, it says this will never recover from election hangover. Continue to hope. And also in reaction is Akpan, who says the hustle is real in this current Nigeria. If presidential candidates can be hired to become media aides and Aso Rock houseboys, Lamidi should be appointed his own loaf of bread, apportioned rather. For Virus, he says, here you see this LAB, I'm certain he was paid peanut for those disgraceful stunts he pulled months ago. Appointment have finished. You can join the rest who were hoping for something but are bitterly wailing now. And for this user, Engineer Demola, he says the president is a staunch nationalist, and I'm confident that he would reach out in a spirit of friendship to all opposition parties to join him in nation building. Mr. Lamidi Apapa, as a legitimate chairman of our esteemed party, the Labour Party, will certainly be part of this inclusive approach. Okay, let's see. So our final story, a report by Daily Post where the source is protected is alleging plans to ease the chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, out of the villa by giving him an ambassadorial position. This is because he has continued, according to the report, to embarrass the president by selling appointments to the highest bidder and modifying documents already signed by the president, with the latest being that the appointment of the resident electoral commission. So if I have to read just very fast, summarily, it says that the source was quoted to say that the rec from Ekiti that that's Gbajabiamila, put there, the man was Fayemi's former commissioner. That was not the person Asiwaju signed off on. The person Asiwaju signed off on was one Toyin, that's Mrs. Toyin, Olua Toyin Babalola, the former chairman, the former legal advisor of INEC. But when the announcement was made, 2 members of the president's cabinet met with him to complain that the person they nominated had been changed with another person. He says the president was angry. He said he checked the name of the woman before he signed the list, and then he summoned the chief of staff who was stuttering at answering before the president, and he says the president said, so what he has been hearing is true, that whenever he signs something, it will be changed. The president gave 3 instances that he signed for something and was changed. He felt bad and gave him the last warning. He directed that the woman's name must be on the list. So you would find that on a post by Daily Post on the internet, if you may search. Now let's go to some reactions and see how this met netizens. For Viva, it says, someone very close to me told me this on Wednesday last week. Mind you, it's not hearsay. He accompanied someone there. What he said about the appointment so far were unpleasant and disgraceful. I was like, not that someone told you. He said it's something he witnessed. Some paid 20 million naira for their positions. Some paid 150 million. And he says someone paid 14 billion naira. This 14 billion naira shocked me so much. Oh, well, his opinion. For Peter says, so now these government people, they wait to turn the country around, selling appointment that was supposed to be based on merit, okay. And then on the other side of the table is I am optimistic, who says it didn't start today. And Valentine is saying that bring evidence. Until then, it is hearsay. Definitely so. No evidence, you cannot charge. So that's everything on Kakaaki Social this morning. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll see you again.